And this is my desk lamp. If it's not bright enough, you can switch it on. It shall be placed close to the writing surface, at the center of the desk. This is my cup of tea, which shall be placed on my left-hand side, here, and it can be tucked away, so I can use the mouse and write with my right hand, and reach the tea with my left hand. This way, the cup, the monitor, and the hard drive, objects with fixed locations, are aligned, and things that need to move are in this area. On the other side of the desk, I can place the book that I am reading, and since the lamp is placed in the center, it can easily be turned to the left or to the right. And there is enough room to place the book and turn it into different positions, and when finished, the book can be stored away in the corner. The pavement is to be placed like this, crossing the entire width of the path, so that the blind man will for sure run into it. In order to make way for the manhole cover, the path has to make a turn. As a result of this, part of this is removed.
You take any crazy idea. I don't know, it's hard to make up a very crazy one thing, witches or something like that, and you tell about what people used to believe in witches, and of course nobody believes in witches now, and you think, how could they believe in witches? Then you turn around and you say, oh, let's see, what witches do we believe in now? What ceremonies do we do? Every morning we brush our teeth. What is the evidence that the brushing the teeth does us any good in cavities? So you start wondering, are we all, imagine as the Earth turns on the orbit, there's an edge between light and dark. And along that edge, all the people along that edge, were doing the same ritual for no good reason. Just like in the Middle Ages, they had other rituals. And you try to picture this perpetual line of toothbrushes going around the Earth. It's to take the world from another point of view. Now, it may well be that brushing teeth is a very good thing because it gets rid of cavities, and you can find out whether it does or it doesn't by trying to find out. Now, you can ask your dentist. He says, of course. And you say, how are the evidence? I have not found the evidence from dentists because they just learned it in school. Now, I'm not trying to argue that it's good or bad to brush teeth. What I'm trying to argue for is to think about things from a new point of view.
It's the adventure of our science of physics that is a perpetual attempt to recognize that the different aspects of nature are really different aspects of the same thing. That all the phenomena that you see, the great variety of different things, can all be explained, perhaps, as different aspects of some underlying business or some underlying laws or some underlying simplicity.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, The Not So Ordinary Wife. I'm so glad that you decided to stop by. So this is my channel where I share a lot of my daily life with you guys. And yes, that includes doing mundane things like cooking breakfast for my husband every single day of the week before he heads on off to work.
This is 27 Mendelssohn Pens Hanger. But this is not just 27 Mendelssohn Pens Hanger. It is also 25, 24, Mendelssohn, 23, or 247, 246, 245, Kentland Street, Toronto, 655, 654, 653, West Virginia Avenue, Morgantown, 156, 155, 154, Glasgow Avenue, Melbourne. But let's start with 27 Mendelssohn Pens Hanger. Just like every other house, it is designed up to standard. The logic of a standard house considers your home as composed of boxes of rooms, and your activity divided into categories. And in each room, a prescribed set of standard movements and standard activities are to take place. And what happens if I am not the standard person, and my habits and my needs are not the standard ones?
This is actually two end tables stacked on top of each other because I never found something that fit this space. We don't actually ever use this room. We do not eat dinner in here, so it's kind of a useless dining room.
Your house considers you as superpositioned in all possible activities at all times. But instead of a superpositioned user, can we have a superpositioned house instead? So that a house can exist partly in multiple possible states as multiple possible houses at the same time.
Any other situation in quantum mechanics can always be explained afterwards by saying, you remember the case of the experiment with the two holes? Suppose that we have some source of bullets, then a long distance from here, we have another plate, and it has two holes in it. That's the famous two-hole business. We have another screen here, we can put a detector. So what we measure then is the probability of arrival to find out whether it's through hole 1 or hole 2, or maybe they go around through both holes if they split up. If we go to analyze this curve N12, we can interpret it as a sum of two curves, which can be represented as an A1 plus an A2, which we call a probability amplitude to arrive from hole 1 plus the probability amplitude to arrive from hole 2. And you add the two together to get the total probability amplitude to arrive and square it.
Would really like to hear. Do you think that people have a general societal problem?